8:38, Nashville's Morning News on Super Talk 99.7 WTN. Good morning to you, friends. Jeff Malinoff is here. Joan Jones is here. And I'm here, Dan Mandis. Hello. And Chris Hand is way out there in Phoenix.
Yes, lovely Phoenix, Arizona.
No, Phoenix sucks.
It does. It does.
There's a reason why you didn't want to move to Phoenix, and it's because it sucks.
This is listen. This is true. Fact check that. It is true.
Every once in a while, Chris, I'm right on something. So why are you in Phoenix?
Well, we're down here. America Fest is going to be kicking off tomorrow, so we're going to be live here all weekend long, and doing some stuff with Turning Point USA, and it's going to be. I mean, it's going to be an absolute banger of an event. We have everybody from Donald J. Trump speaking to people like Tom Homan, to the entire Daily Wire roster. I mean, it's going to be a weekend full of amazing speakers, and you can watch it all weekend long on the Turning Point website if you feel so inclined.
All right, very cool. Yeah, the list of conservative talent there, the luminaries, is just amazing. So you're going to be back on Monday? Yes, no?
Yes, I will definitely be back on Monday, and then I don't have to travel again for a while, so I'm looking forward to that.
All right, very good. So you... By the way, I'm sure your wife is absolutely thrilled that you left the weekend before Christmas when she's trying to wrap up Christmas shopping.
Yep. It's tough. It's part of the gig.
Hey, Joan, you noticed that he just got skirted right by that whole thing?
Oh, he sure did. I've been assigned
What do you want me to do? You guys talked to Virginia and Victoria at Brian's Christmas party. You know how she feels about it.
Yes.
I've been assigned the job of helping Victoria pick up the kids at church and get them all in one place because they're all, in different rooms all around the church. So, yeah, there are some of us that pick up where Chris, bails.
Yep. Joan Jones is going to be my stand-in at church.
There you go. Okay. Well, you actually, despite the fact that you are in Phoenix, you brought some content to this segment. So
nice.
I sure did.
It's a very proud 4-year-old.
Oh, and this clip touches my heart because I've had kids at these Christmas performances, and I know what it's like when they hand the kid a microphone and you think, please, please, please don't say anything crazy. Don't say anything crazy. And then inevitably they do. This clip is going viral everywhere. Why don't you play it? I don't think I can intro it any better than that.
Malinoff doesn't have... Hey, David, can you turn turn the audio up? Malinoff is going to learn very quickly that he always needs to leave my audio up. Here it is.
I am very proud of myself and all of my other friends inside my class. And my class is really sweet, except one little boy. And I need to tell you...
They took the microphone away from her.
I would have let her finish. It's so funny.
Yeah, they should have let her name names, little girl.
Hey, air it out in front of everybody.
So cute.
Adorable. And when she said, I'm thankful for myself, everybody thought that was the oh my gosh moment.
Yeah.
But then she kept going, and she wanted to air it out. I love it.
You know what the funny thing is when she says,
I am very proud of myself and all of my other friends inside my class.
I went every time I end the show, I'm going to play that. I'm very proud of myself.
Except for this one little boy.
Except for this one. It's funny because it's like only one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because when you're that age, I mean, you boys don't like girls and girls don't like boys. I think, is that still the case? I mean,
it's still the case.
Is it still the case?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Fact check true. Very good. And we were having some fun with this earlier where Kamala Harris, have you seen the video of Kamala Harris where by the way, she herself was very proud of something that she has done as well. Have you seen this audio? I'm going to play it for you real quick, where she is speaking to, I guess it's a bunch of college kids in Maryland. And this is what she said.
The true test of our commitment is whether, in the face of an obstacle, do we throw up our hands or do we roll up our sleeves?
Now, she says that, and she's very proud of this. You can tell because she starts doing the Kamala head nod. Everybody know what I'm talking about with the Kamala head nod?
Oh, yeah.
Where she does that whole head nodding thing. But she wasn't done. She had something else to say. There's the nod.
And as we approach, and I ask you to remember the context in which you exist.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
She's head nodding again, but wait.
I did that.
Wait,
This woman is crazy.
I did that after saying you're like a right to exist. Like,
Yeah, like she thinks that's some sort of a...
so she's God.
Apparently so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She is awful.
And she was talking about during that event too about the need to stay in the fight, keep the good fight going. And I'm thinking, what fight is she talking about? What fight?
The fight's over. The
Fight's
referee
done.
through in the towel. There was
Yeah.
a mercy rule on that fight.
Well, the thing is, listen to this again quick.
And I ask you to remember the context in which you exist.
So what
What is the context?
What's the
in which-
context,
Yeah.
Dan? Please tell me. Enlighten us.
You don't want to hear my context this morning.
I think we heard it at 7:30.
that's got to be a first I've ever heard that.
Wait, I
saying
mean,
in my
okay, so
life.
if I was going to go philosophical, you guys, I'm staying off the super text line today. But does anybody know, like super texters, what does that mean? The context with which we exist. What does that mean? Is that like is this one of those moments where somebody's going to say, that's a biblical reference, Mandis? You know what I
No.
mean? Because that always happens.
it's not. I don't like.
No, that's not
I would
familiar
argue.
whatsoever.
I would argue the context in which we exist is Donald Trump's America.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Well,
we pretty much
here's
do.
the thing. No, right now we exist in Kamala Harris and Joe Biden's America.
Fair.
Yeah.
Only by name. Have you seen them doing anything lately?
No, actually, Joe Biden is like. Well, hold on. One more thing.
Yeah, I did that.
Yeah, she did do that. She
what?
brought us Donald Trump and JD Vance.
Oh, that's true.
Hey, Kamala, did you spend almost $2.5 billion on a failing presidential campaign?
And can't pay it back.
Yeah, I did that.
There you go.
And still needs more money.
Yeah, did you have $2.5 billion over 3 months and end up $20 million in debt?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did that.
True.
We have a new hotkey. We have a new hotkey now. That's got to be on our hotkey.
Yeah, we
Oh, yeah.
do. We have to
Get
put
talk to
that
Bell
on
on that.
Well, the funny thing is, it's like, okay, so when she says, yeah, I did that, you guys are right. I mean, you gave us, thank you, Kamala Harris, you gave us, 4 years of Donald Trump. I mean, she really did. And the reason why she did is because of moments like this, where it's just bizarre. And even people on the left, you guys know how, Chris, I'm sure you've said it. I know that I've said it many times, where it's like, what the hell are they talking about? And it feels like I need to be, infused with TDS to actually understand. This is where I need a liberal friend, which we talked about this way a long time ago. Where this is one of those moments where I'd like to phone my liberal friend and I could say, could you please interpret this for me? Because I don't know what this means.
I'll tell you what, we had a lot more liberal friends calling into my show before the election, and I'm still wondering if somebody can do a wellness check on the guys like Matt from Smyrna, because we haven't heard from him at all.
Have you called out, for Matt from Smyrna?
Yeah, but
have you really?
it's like yelling into a void. We don't know where they are.
I think that I think they needed a break because my haters have been. Well, see, I've got a few liberal haters, but I've just got haters generally speaking. So whatever. But I have noticed that my haters as well, unless I actually call them out and say, hey, where are you? Whoever it is that you've got Matt from Smyrna. And then they start hitting the text line. I'm here, you son of a beep. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So
Yep.
fact check true. Hey, we were talking earlier, real quick, about CNN and about something that's going on over at CNN. They were talking about, and you had of all people, Scott Jennings, of course, the one lone voice of reason on CNN. Do you know who's now on this panel with Scott Jennings? Michael Cohen.
Yep.
Can I ask a question? Is this how they are planning to rebuild whatever credibility they had before the election? By having Michael Cohen on? That is insanity. So they're talking about Donald Trump and the polling and how it was wrong, and he's going to sue the woman from the Des Moines Register. And this is what they were talking about. Listen close.
They've been wrong for many cycles, but it's not like this is the only thing that has been said in the news from either side that is not true.
I hate to say it, but Scott is actually right about this one. I hate to say it because Scott and I very rarely agree on anything. He's right. He's right. He's right about this in the fact that sloppy journalism, sloppy polling, and what they did. Look, I was the recipient of more than 100 lies. And I understand what Trump is doing in terms of changing the way defamation cases are brought.
You know what's interesting, though, is he is like a proven liar. And so he is now complaining, Michael Cohen is now complaining about how he was the recipient of 100 lies. What dude's told like that? They have talked about Michael Cohen and about how he literally has lied to every branch of the government. You know what I mean? He didn't he go to jail for perjury, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, he did. So Michael Cohen complaining about liars is rather rich, but he went on.
In this country, you may remember the allegations. I was in Prague, never been to Prague. I was in Czechoslovakia. I paid $10 million to Kompromat. I have a house next to Putin in Sochi. None of this is true. On top of that, there was another one that came out as an example where I allegedly was paid $400,000 by Poroshenko to create a meeting between him and Donald Trump during the presidency. That is also not true.
So do you think it should be easier? You believe it
No, I
should be
think that
easier
media
to
has
sue
to do
media
their
companies?
job. They have to actually, they need to get the facts
But wait a
right.
second.
because
Wait.
we were lied.
So as you can see here, that completely, of all people, Michael Cohen saying that the media has to do its job. That, of course, triggers all of the people on the panel who are complaining that the mother of all liars, I could add another word after mother, but we'll leave it at that. But the mother of all liars is complaining about, the media, and he's telling them to get better. And I hate to say it, but they do need to get better. Better. I need to clear something up. And I need to just clarify this right now. Because I'm being admonished by some. I checked into the super text line, and I need to.
You were going to swear off of that.
But is it your right to your existence, though?
Sure.
Yeah.
Apparently, I have failed in my talk show host duties today because I'm referring to Malinoff by his name and not KGB. Oh. So I don't remember why exactly is it that your name
It's not Murphy's fault.
Is KGB. Why does Murphy call you KGB?
So my last name is Malinoff. It's Russian. So ergo, I'm a Russian asset.
A bit too Russian.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm too Russian. Even though I'm.
Can we be honest with you, Malinoff? I think you're so bad. Russia didn't want you, and you're here.
Oh, jeez.
That's how we get most of the people that work here.
That's just uncalled for.
I'm just kidding.
You're the one that hired me.
I made a lot of mistakes over the. I'm just kidding.
So if I'm a Russian asset, wouldn't that go on you because you're the one that hired me? You're also
are you
on
taking money from Russia,
Are you
Amanda?
taking money from Putin over there?
I could use some after that 7:35 monologue. I might come in handy.
He does help me pay my rent, which I do appreciate.
I'm just kidding. We love you, Jeff. Thank you.
And I wasn't kidding. He does help me pay my rent.
So do you want me to call you KGB? Because I'm going to be honest with you. It's a lot harder to remember Jeff Malinoff than it is KGB. KGB, I can remember.
Either one is fine. I'm fine with both. Like, it's not...
Okay.
Like, my name...
Hey, listen, don't get used to it, because at some point he'll call you Johnny, he'll call you Jeffy, he'll call you Jerry.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you know what the problem is now? I'm going to start combining Jeff
Joan,
and Joan's name.
Joan,
so it's going to be...
Joan, what have you done?
I'm going to start calling Joan Jonf.
Joan, what have you done?
It's not
I'm
me,
eagerly
honestly.
awaiting the day. Eagerly awaiting the day, says
you
Jeffy.
unleashed.
Jeffy.
Oh, God. The chat line is coming in. Oh, no.
Oh, are
mere
they?
suggestion.
Joan, what have you done?
You planted the seed.
I planted the seed.
Jofi?
All right, this is my 2 weeks. No.
I'm just kidding. All right, very good. So I guess that's it. Boy, this went fast.
Is that it? That's it.
Chris, you got to buy souvenirs.
I will. I'm gonna get some tchotchkes.
You know what they say?
By the way,
well, real quick. Do you know what they say? Hey, KGB, this is where you need the rim shot. Hey, you know what's they say about Phoenix, where you're at, Chris, is, it's a real melting pot. It's so hot.
Oh, there you go.
Honestly, I didn't think you deserved it, but you know what? I felt like it was the right time.
That's a hashtag Dan joke, man.
Jeff, you do not need to comply.
I know. You know what? I refuse to.
Suddenly, I'm a mask mandate to Joan.
Well, your jokes are as funny as a mask mandate.
Oh.
Well, that calls for a good. Yeah.
All right, it's on.
I rim shotted myself.
You're like that 4-year-old. You're very proud of yourself today, aren't you?
I'm very much am, yes.
Okay, very good. Moving right along.
I'm very proud of myself. But there's one boy in the gang of amigos that I'm going to...
We brought it right back to the beginning.
Yes, we did.
You
All right, it's 8:54. Chris Hand, what's coming up?
Well, we are live from Phoenix, where it's going to be 80 degrees and sunny today. Figured I'd rub that in for you guys while you're dealing with the rain. We're going to talk about the Trump resistance plus the Trump offensive. We'll ask, where is Biden, and a little bit more.
All right, very good. It's 8:54. Joan Jones is coming up with the news. Joan.
Still tracking some of those storms as they make their way out of here. Also, 10 Tennessee men under arrest in a child exploitation sting. And a frightening report about China and nuclear arms. Those stories at 9 o'clock on Super Talk 99.7 WTN.
Thank you very much. 8:54, Nashville's Morning News. Dan Mandis here. Big news from my friends at DT McCall's. If you've been thinking about buying a gun safe, but you've been putting it off, now is your time with my friends at DT McCall's. They are sales tax free at DT McCall's. It is hunting season, so be sure you're keeping your gun safe when you're not in the tree stand with a Liberty gun safe from DT McCall's. They are the largest Liberty safe dealer in the state of Tennessee. Free delivery, free setup. Now, other places going to charge you $500 at least for delivery and setup in bigger models and $300 for smaller models. But DT McCall & Sons, they deliver every safe free, every time, period, and no setup charge either. Tell him Dan Mandis told you to reach out. 5 locations across Middle Tennessee: Carthage, Cookeville, Lebanon, Lafayette, and Franklin. Always online, dtmccalls.com.